Have you ever been in a vehicle like a public transport, like a taxi, and then all of a sudden, you see some kind of um, people talking about, maybe the driver will start a conversation about somebody gave me something to deliver, there is money somewhere, that kind of thing, something discussion about cash. Well, let me tell you what, most of the things we fall victim for are because we are greedy sometimes, and sometimes we're not. But for let me tell you my experience some years back, 2008. That was many years ago. I was actually I gave my a tailor to make a shirt for me because I had a wedding. I was in the choir. Uh, the tailor didn't do it on time, so the particular, like, a day to do wedding, I went to his shop to get my shirt, and he was like, he didn't finish it, so I had to like hold on and wait there for him to do all the sewing, the cutting and everything. So before you know it was like late, like around 8 to go home. So I just came out, and then the whole place was dark and all of that. I stopped a bike. When I stopped a bike, I was the one that used my hand to stop this bike. That's the funniest part. And when I stopped him, there was this guy that just came by and was like, bonjour, bonjour, bonjour. I actually studied international relations, history and international relations. So I know bonjour is like saying good morning. So it didn't mean, like good evening. So I had a clue of what was going on, that he's not saying it right. So I the next thing he did was, the bonjour guy was like, please, please, please. I came from, is it Cotonou? I came like a foreigner that is looking for a particular address, you know, that's looking for a particular Osongoma, Osongoma. It was actually in New York, I won't state. Osongoma, I'm looking for Osongoma. Do you know Osongoma? The next thing, the bike man didn't even allow him to land. I was like, Osongoma, Osongoma. Okay, 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 okay. What happened? So it's like that. He came for a trade fair. The bonjour guy was like, he came for a trade fair, and the trade fair, he doesn't know his whereabouts, like he's lost in town, that he kept his goods there. The next thing I heard from my bike man was like, okay, now, Shay, okay, we can take you there now, that I should sit down so that, my sister and brothers. The next thing that happened to me was that, like, I lost consciousness. I lost consciousness. It was as if the way he was talking, as he was talking, some power, some, like, the atmosphere was like, I was feeling weak. You know why that happened to me? It was because I joined them in the conversation. Like, when the guy approached me, I started responding. And then the bike man was talking to me. When he asked me, I said, I don't know, because I'm not really this outy type. So, because I actually responded, that's why I got hypnotized. But thank God for Holy Spirit. Thank God for God. I didn't fall that victim. I just heard my instinct, my spirit telling me, Progress, what are you doing there? You have to move away. And then I started moving. They have so many, so many, so many tactics. And it's always, if you are greedy, they will always bring up the issue of money. In a vehicle, you don't know anybody, and someone will start saying, oh, I have this, goods I want to sell, 1 million, 2 million. You're not supposed to join that kind of conversation. Also, it happened to my neighbor recently. He said he was in a car going to town. I'm in Abuja presently, so he was in a car going to town. Normally, you enter your car, not like they force you to enter. So when he got inside into the car, they were like, As he just drove like maybe 10 minutes, they started conversation about, duplicating money. This one would talk, the driver would talk, the passenger behind would talk. Before you know, everybody, like, just becoming into the conversation. But my neighbor said he refused to talk. He refused because he wasn't even interested. He wasn't interested in the gist. He had, he was focused on where it's going to. So at some point, because he was so quiet, the driver was like, "You don't think, Oga, what do you think about this situation now?" The man was like, "I don't think I'm interested in that conversation. Anything money, I didn't, I don't know about the money. I don't know who owns the money. So why would you ask me to get myself involved in the money? Anything, that's criminality. I can't get myself involved." So as they just drove by, because they knew that that was a bad market for them, as they just drove by, like maybe 10 minutes, they were like, one person was like, they said the man said there was actually a woman, so don't be deceived, women do 419 too. There was a woman inside the car, so the woman was like, oh, that she wants to drop. Be that my neighbor was just like the last passenger by the door. So as the man just stepped down, oh, they hit their door and then zoomed off. That's it. I didn't mean he was a greedy person. He would have joined that conversation and then they would take him away, hypnotize him, and then we'll come back home and then start maybe probably borrowing, because he must have emptied his account, and then start borrowing people to go and pay them. It's when after you must have finished the whole transaction with them, that's when you just come to your senses. So you have to be very, 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 very conscious of things. Another tactics they do is, uh, um, for instance, you go to especially when you're standing by the road and then you break a car, taxi, commercial vehicle. What they do is, maybe just I want you to be very attentive to this. You enter a car and then you notice that somebody is like, you know this space is not, even if it's a woman, please be very, very conscious. The space is not too much. What they do is for you to be transferred into the middle so that they will barrier you and then start the operation. So once that happens, if you are not sharp, they will say, okay, oh madam, sir, or madam, you have to come to the middle. You are maybe lekba, or you are slimmer, or you are fatter. They will balance well. It's all trick. Be very, very careful. So once you maybe comply with their nonsense standard, you calm down, and then they put you in between. Oh, I'm sorry for you. They're gonna rob you, and there's nothing you can do about it. So you have to be very, 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 very conscious when you're traveling. Avoid night travels, night outings. Just be safe. If anything happens to you, it happens to a lot of people. People look up to you. People uh, believe in you. People are, trust that if it's okay with you, it's going to be better with their life. So you have to stay alive for those that loves you. All right. Thank you very much. I've come to the end of the video. I just felt like putting this up so that we'll learn something. Please don't be a victim. Be a victor. I love you. Later. And so finally, please subscribe to my channel, give me a thumbs up, and then click on the notification bell. Anyway, whenever I put up a video, you just be notified. And if you have any question regarding this, let's talk about it. Let's help ourselves. Thank you. Later.